Hey guys, I am Tunable D and welcome to Neverwinter Nights. This episode is going to be the first part in hopefully many, and it is going to consist of my character creation. So I have an idea of what I want for the character here, so this episode is literally just going to be an introduction to the series, if you don't know what Neverwinter Nights is. It is an RPG. It is based off of Dungeons & Dragons 3rd edition, which I don't know much about. I know a lot about 3.5, because that's what I mainly play, but I am going to go right in and create a new character here. So, gender is going to be male. Basically, males of the realm, aspire in any field of activity. Same with women, except they say endeavor instead of activity, I don't know why. For race. So I have been bouncing a couple of things around. I was either going to do elf, half-elf, or human. Humans are the most adaptable of the common races, short generations, and a penchant for migration and conquest means they are very physically diverse as well. Skin shades range from nearly black to very pale, hair from black to blonde, and facial hair for men from sparse to thick. Humans are often unorthodox in their dress, sporting unusual hairstyles, fanciful clothes, tattoos, and the like. They are favored class any. They don't, when determining whether from a multi-class human suffers from XP penalty, his highest level does not count. Quick to master, he gets 1 extra feat, which is why I'm interested in this class, and he gets 4 extra skill points, which is just nice. The elves, they're known for their poetry, song, and magical arts, but when danger threatens, they show great skill and with weapons and strategy. Elves can live to be over 700 years old, and by human standards are slow to make friends and enemies, and even slower to forget them. Elves are slim, stand 4.5 to 5.5 feet tall. They tend to be pale-skinned, dark-haired, with deep green eyes. They have no facial or body hair, prefer comfortable clothing, and possess an earthly grace. Many other races find them hauntingly beautiful. They get +2 to Dex, -2 to Con. Their favorite class is Wizard. They get Sleepless, immune to spells that affect sleep. They basically get 2 racial to save against mind control. They're good with a longsword, rapier, shortbow, and longbow right off the bat. Skill affinity, listen. They get better listen checks, better search checks, better spot checks. They can make active search checks automatically with no movement penalties, and they can also see in low light. And half-elves. They have the curiosity and ambition of their human parent with the refined senses and love of nature of their elven parent, though they are outsiders among both cultures. To humans, half-elves look like elves. To elves, they look like humans. Half-elves are paler, fairer, and smoother skinned than their human parents, but their actual skin tones and other details vary just as a human features do. Half-elves tend to have green elven eyes, and they live to about 180. They are good with pretty much anything. They have all of the, Sleepless, Hardiness, Enchantment. They have a +1 to listen, search, and spot, and they can see in low light. With that, any of the things are pretty straightforward. I believe I'm going to go with a half-elf. Just for the extra immunities and the bonuses to spot and all that. Actually, no, I'm going to be a full elf. Because I want that +2 to dexterity for reasons. And the natural proficiencies with the rapier. Actually, no. I changed my mind. I want to be half-elf because I'm not going to be taking any special things with that. For a portrait, I'm going to be half-elf, where the elves There's not many very good choices, unless the elves are a little bit lower. Oh, look at this brooding dude. Yeah, that is going to be my character portrait right there. Class. Now, I've thought long and hard about what I want to do, but I have decided to go with a sorcerer. Sorcerers are arcane spellcasters who manipulate magic energy with imagination and talent rather than studious discipline. They have no books, no mentors, no theories. Just raw power that they direct at will. Sorcerers know fewer spells than wizards and acquire them more slowly, but they can cast individual spells more often and have no need to prepare their incantations ahead of time, which for me is very important. Also, unlike wizards, sorcerers cannot specialize in a school of magic. Since sorcerers gain their powers without undergoing the years of rigorous study that wizards go through, they have more time to learn fighting skills and are proficient with simple weapons. Warning: to cast a spell, a sorcerer must have a charisma score of 10 plus the spell's level. For example, basically you can't cast a level 9 spell unless your charisma's 19. They get D4 for hit die, which they're really, really squishy. They're simple, proficient with all simple weapons. No armor and shields, though. They get an okay amount of skill points, and they have arcane, charisma-based, no spell preparation. Now, for me, what I'm wanting to do with this character, unlike a wizard where you have to prepare a spell before you can cast it, I just want to be able to say, hey, I'm casting this. It makes me a little versatile in combat situations, and since I'm charisma-based, I basically don't get any penalties for being not, not charismatic. There's the word. Alignment, I'm going to be chaotic neutral. No, I'm going to be chaotic good. Basically, I'm a good character. I let my conscience direct me with little regard for what others expect. I believe in goodness and right, but I have little use for laws and regulations. He follows his own moral compass, which, although good, may not agree with that of society. A ranger who waylays the evil baron's tax collectors is chaotic good. Chaotic good combines a good heart with a free spirit. So because I am half-elf, I feel like chaotic good is pretty acceptable. I'm a good person, I just don't feel like following the laws as much. So for recommended, it gives me 16 charisma, 14 dex, 14 constitution, 10, 10, and 12. I'm actually fine with that. Basically, by the time I'm casting epic level spells, like 9th, this will basically have me covered till 6 slot spells, which is very high. The intelligence is going to give me a bonus to some of my lore checks and stuff like that. Constitution, dexterity are important for me because this increases my armor class and this makes me a little tankier. So I'm going to start with 6 HP instead of 4, and every level I get 2 more health. In my current D&D, I have a very low constitution score, therefore I'm very squishy. I almost got 1 hit by a wizard of my level. Packages, we're going to configure the package just for reasons. We're going to look what they recommend. They recommend concentration, which I'm definitely agreeing with. And lore, which again, I'd like to know about magical items. I'm a sorcerer. And spellcraft. Used to identify. Yep. So all of these I feel is appropriate. My wisdom score isn't going to be all that great, but I do get that passive +1 to spot, listen, and all that. So I'm completely fine with the recommended. Now, for this, I have a lot of extra stuff here. They recommend I take combat casting, which is what I'm going to take anyway. The ability to cast first level spells is required. I am adept at casting in combat and does not suffer a standard -4 penalty to concentration checks when casting defensively within 4 meters of an enemy. Basically, this is going to be allowing me to cast if enemies are close to me, which is a very, very, very good thing. And then, I get to choose my... So I get 2 level 1s in this. Resistance level... What are you going to recommend to me? You're going to recommend Okay, you're recommending daze. Mind altering, verbal somatic, okay. Duration 2 rounds. Target human 5 hit dice or less. They're dazed for 2 rounds. That's going to be helpful. That's going to be good for crowd control. Light, of course. Ray of Frost is target single, instant duration, 1d4 plus 1 cold damage to a single target. It's electric jolt, do 1d3 points of electric flare. Does suffer a -1. That would help, but no. An acid splash. Instant 1d3. Yep, so that's going to be good. And then resistance gives me, or whoever I cast it on, a +1 to all saving throws. So that's good. Mage armor, which is definitely something I want. And summon creature 1. Summon allows the caster a dire badger to be faithful and loyal servant. With that, I'll be able to use my Ray of Frost to deal a little damage. But maybe I'll want to take... What is this? Summon a dagger, act as a faithful... Okay, so... Can summon a dagger. Shields, I'm guessing, +4 to AC. Which I might take that at a higher level. True Strike. Have Enfeeble and Negative Energy Ray. 1d6 points of damage. So I'm not going to do much damage right off the bat. Color Spray, that's a fun one. And Burning Hands, that's a touch attack, isn't it? Oh, deals a cone of fire, 1d4, up to 5d4. Okay. So I'm actually going to take what they have now. That way I can use the Badger to basically take a little damage for me. I could summon the... What's that? That's... Okay. So yeah, I'm going to pick up more damaging spells later on. For now I have my Ray of Frost, which deals 1d4 plus 1 cold damage to a single target. And it's a targeted type thing, so it's going to be a little easier to do. So with that, oh, and I get to pick my familiar. Awesome. Pseudo Dragon. Control good, unarmed. So I can choose Bat, Panther, Hellhound, Imp, Fire Mephit, Ice Mephit, Pixie, Raven, Fairy Dragon, Pseudo Dragon, or Eyeball. I don't want an eyeball. Fuck that shit. I want something... Ooh, a Panther. Actually, Hellhound. You can use Cone of Fire once you hit 10. Plus 3 attack. I want something tankier, so I want a higher Constitution score. What is the tankiest thing we have here? 9, 8, 8, 8, 8... 13... 13 and 9. So I'm probably going to choose one of the dragons. 20 times 2. Damage 1d3 plus 1 to 3 plus 3. What do you got? You're going to be a little bit tankier. What do you get at higher levels? Improved invisibility, Bolt Confuse. Improved invisibility, Bolt Confuse. Okay, so you're a sneaky pet. But it has a confused breath weapon. I kind of want something like heavier damage right off the bat. Poison. What do we got for damage? 1d4, 1d3 minus 3. That's fun. 1d3 plus 3. Gonna be a little weaker, but you have a really high dexterity score. Yeah, I'm gonna take the cat. What do you get at higher levels? No specials. D3 plus 1. I am so conflicted on what I want. Ooh, Raven, you have a really bad one. Pixies. What do pixies get? Healing magic? Oh, they just get invisibility. You get, I'm guessing, damage reduction at level 1 and Ice Bolt once a day. And I'm guessing you get Firebolt once a day. I'm probably going to go with the Panther, just because he seems like a good pet. He has a super... Well, he has a 9 AC with 9 health. 3, 3, 3, 12. Pseudo-Dragon gets Cone of Fire. So I'm going to take the dragon. And his name... Or her name... Akane. Will be Akane, which I believe is fire. I should Google that, but I'm not going to. But Akane is the dragon's name. It has lots of health. You're neutral good. Because I'm neutral good, you get a base attack of 1. So you're going to be that. And then customize. Okay, so this is what I'm going to look like. I want hair, please. No tattoos, body. I want to be a skinny person, which I guess is that. And for clothing, I am going to take a very, very basic set of robes for now. I'm going to just take these robes here. Skin color's fine, hair color's fine, and I don't have any tattoos. So that is me.
Attack, I say!
And for my voice.
To your weapons. And
I want to see.
Once more into the breach, my friends.
don't just stand there. Crack some. Their time has come.
I hear
Now you shall taste my.
Show them your steel.
Now you shall.
I like this
taste my
voice.
power.
But that would get very annoying.
to the fight, my friends. Attack! That's it for you. Take that.
Attack! You are so gonna feel some wrath. Back to wherever.
I like this one.
I will overcome. Bring your healing arts unto me. Now.
Yes. Yes. And his name shall be Elavant. Elavant. President. Elavant President is his name. His age, he shall be 21. And his backstory. I will just cut to when this is done. Okay, so here's the backstory. Elavant always wanted to be one with song, but after he got kicked out of every tavern he had ever tried to play at, in a fit of pitied rage he yelled, freezing some poor sap solid. Elavant had found what he does not believe to be his calling, magic. After some orc snapped his own lute over Elavant's head, he finally gave up and answered the calling of magic, unable to give up the wonderful thing he thinks is his voice. Yeah, close enough. So, this was character creation and a video by me, Tunable D. I hope you enjoyed. I will be doing another one of these Wednesday, so keep an eye out. This was video by me, Tunable D, and I will see you next time.